I've entitled this little ditty that I'm doing, Save the Children. But I think it should be Save the Planet more than the children. You know, what we're doing these days is just unbelievable. Of course, it's all based from the Bible, that the things that are happening to man, the jealousy, the corruption, the selfishness that's going on. But one of the things that really get me is, why are we killing babies in the womb? We have people that spend thousands and thousands of dollars to go to China to adopt children. So here's my idea. Let's make it all worthwhile one way or another. What I suggest is that somebody, more than likely a medical corporation because they got all the dough, or a lot of it, or maybe the Catholic Church, they've got a lot of dough too. But I'm thinking, if we set up a way to remove these children from the womb without sucking them to pieces with a vacuum cleaner like we do now. Oh, those scenes of the babies being pulled apart, and you know they're screaming in pain. What would it like to have your arm tore off, your leg tore off, sucked up into a vacuum cleaner? You know, these children are not flesh blobs. They're children. Think about it. God didn't make flesh blobs. You're not a flesh blob. Although I've seen some that might be. I don't think so. God doesn't make trash. All of us are worthwhile in some way. Back to the subject. If we had some group that had a lot of dough, find a way to remove these embryos, or these babies at 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, whatever, and incubate them. And don't tell me we can't do it. We can. And incubate these babies until they get to be 3, 4 months old, maybe a month old, whatever. And then allow these children to be adopted by people who can't have children, who would treat them in a way that that real parents would teach them, because they've never known anything else. When they're given to these parents, they wouldn't have known anything else. So anyway, back to my little proposal. These children would be given to, or bought. You know, it would be a flesh market. There's no doubt about that. But anyway, instead of killing these doctors, these lawyers, these presidents that may be sucked out of the body of some of these women, instead of doing that, we take them and nurture them and raise them and make them people in society. Right now, we're killing the people that are making the money for your retirement. We're killing the people. Listen carefully. These guys, there's these babies, millions of babies that you've killed. Those are the people that would be making money to pay your retirement through Social Security. They're gone. They're gone. So that money that they're making is not going to be made, and when it's time for you to retire, there won't be any money. Okay, back to my point. If we had a company, even if the government, God bless them, they could screw that up as well as they have everything else. But anyway, if someone were to take these babies and incubate them and just make it a market, just make it like the abortion clinics now, you know, they just go in and suck babies out. Okay, now if we're not going to do that, if we're not going to make this all worthwhile, if we're not going to raise these children and make them profitable citizens instead of waste, let's just go ahead and take the waste and make dog food or cat food out of it. Fertilizer. What are we doing with it? We're dumping it down the drain? What are we doing with it? You know, it's got protein, it's got all the things that could be used for food. I don't know if any of you ever saw the movie Succulent. something green. Soylent Green. If anyone ever saw the movie Soylent Green, they were taking old people and cutting them up and grinding them up and making food out of them. Well, we've decided that babies aren't worthwhile, so if we have really come to that point where we think that babies aren't worthwhile, let's just make cat food out of them. We're losing thousands and millions of dollars by just disposing of this natural food. Okay? Now I think you can see the point that I'm making. Children aren't dog food. Babies aren't dog food. They aren't cat food. The whole point that I'm trying to get to is that we need to save these children, not kill them. We need to nurture them. We need to raise them. The mothers have decided, or society has decided, that if you go out and you have sex and you didn't really want to, or you did really want to, and there's a child produced from the intercourse, that it was a mistake. And I don't think the creator of our universe makes mistakes. And if you'll give it some thought, I think you'll agree with me. There's no reason other than selfish lust to kill these children. There's no reason other than selfish lust to kill these children. So, one way or the other, instead of just sucking them to pieces and flushing them down the toilet, make use of them. Make them real people. Make them your baby, your child, your 2-year-old, your 3-year-old, your doctor that you raised, your lawyer that you raised, your sports star that does everything that can be done on a basketball court or a football field. Don't just rip them to pieces and flush them down the toilet. My name is Ron, and God bless.